Metaverse Crypto Explained, top crypto tokens in the metaverse. Today we are going to talk about the top 3 Metaverse crypto coins that I really think will get you rich in 2022. I'm going to give you these 3 cheap altcoins that you might want to buy now, because these gaming metaverse tokens are hands down what I think are gonna blow up. And after this video, you might think so too. But remember, I am not a financial advisor, so that's the disclaimer. Please do your own research and due diligence. When I give you these 3 coins, I want you to do your own research on them and see for yourself, see if you can agree with their vision. Other than that, you know what we do in this video. Before every video, I ask you to do me this one favor, and that is to smash the like button, smash the subscribe button before we get into the video. Okay, so the first one we want to talk about is Gala. And Gala wants to take the gaming industry to another direction. And their aim is to make blockchain games that you'll actually want to play. The problem with non-blockchain, traditional games that you play, like, I don't know, Gunbound or MapleStory, that was really big when I was a kid. And the problem with those games is that you can buy in-game items. You can spend hours and hours and hours leveling up your character, getting new skills, getting new equipment. But what happens is that if the creators or the company does not like you, then you can get banned and have everything lost. All those hours, all that money you spent in that character, boom, gone. And then that's that. You're not going to get it back. But within Gala, players can own NFTs and they can have influence on how the game can be governed. They can govern what games should exist in the ecosystem. And in Gala, there's actually a voting mechanism that players or people that holds the Gala token can use to influence the direction of Gala, the company itself, and to influence what games that they should invest in. So far, Gala has only released one game, which is called Townstar, and an NFT collectible series called Vox. It plans to release more games in the future, such as a fantasy RPG game, a sci-fi game, and a tower defense game. So let's do a quick walkthrough of Gala Games. So I'm over here at galagames.com/games, and you can see that they already have a lot of games in development. So they only have one that is playable right now, which is Townstar. And you can go check them out and play them, but I'm not going to waste time showing you that. You can play by yourself. But anyways, you can see that they have some pretty cool games going on. I really think that this Walking Dead one, since Walking Dead is so big, this is going to be pretty big, I feel, when they get released. But otherwise, let's go head over to the store and see what they have. So let's come over here on the side and I don't know, let's flip these on and off. Let's say legendary, common. So some of these are pretty costly already. I mean, like for this one, it costs $1 million Gala, and Gala right now is at a price of 47 cents. So you could say that this is $500,000, which is insane. They also have some common NFTs here with, let's say, 89 to 5,120 left. And each of these costs 11,641 Gala, which is still quite a bit. So if we divide that in half, I'd say, I don't know, around $5,000, $6,000 or something. So these are going for quite some price. But if we go back up and click about, you can see what their principles are, what they are aiming to do. It really is important to look at the vision of what the project is aiming to do here. So you could go down and show the stats that $3 million was the most expensive NFT that was sold in Gala. They have 90 team members. 26K of total NFTs sold, and 1.3 million active users, monthly active users, which is a huge milestone. And the founder was also a co-founder of Zynga. So if you think about things like, I don't know, Farmville, poker, Mafia Wars, this was the guy who founded the company that built that. I don't know how old you are, but I am pretty old, and I remember the days of Farmville and Mafia Wars, and they were very addicting. When I would commute on the train to school and back, which took like 40 minutes for one way, I would just sit there and play Farmville, play Mafia Wars, and it's pretty incredible that this guy who created Zynga, who founded Zynga, which created those games, is now focused on blockchain, is now focused on Gala Games. So he already has a reputation for creating hit viral games. So if you're betting on gaming, I think that this guy's the right guy to bet with. And remember that Gala is not a single game. They possess an array of games. I showed you that list of games that were in development. They're making these games, which in the front end, what the user sees, they won't even realize is a blockchain game. Townstar is a town simulation where players can play on the web and manage a town similar to the gameplay of SimCity. But the only difference here is that they actually own the town. The second pick that I have is Atari. Now, I already talked about Atari a lot in my other videos, so check out this video here about the metaverses if you want to to learn more about Atari because I go through the Decentraland Play, the casino of Atari that is in the metaverse, and what they have on Sandbox. But that just goes to show that Atari is investing big in blockchain. I consider them to really be infrastructure for the future of gaming on the blockchain because they have so much property and land on Sandbox and in Decentraland, and they're out creating their own metaverse too. Even if you just Googled the games that Atari made, then you could see all the games that they made. Even some big ones like Space Invaders, Frogger, which I played both of them, Centipede, which is really fun, Pac-Man, Combat, Pong. So those are some pretty hit games back in the day. But even now, Atari has not stopped, right? If you go to Atari Inc. video games, they have Test Drive, Roller Coaster Tycoon, which was in every single commercial that I watched back when I was a kid until now. And The Witcher, Unreal Tournament, so they have some pretty amazing games going on. Dragon Ball Z, for sure, man, for sure. So Atari is much more than video games. And if you actually go to their Atari games, you can see all the games that they have. And you can kind of imagine, I want you to imagine what would it be like if they are already in the blockchain, because they have blockchain right now, right? Because they have an Atari token. You can buy that, exchange that on a decentralized exchange. They're committed to expanding their NFT business through a combination of collectibles, and they're also in video games, which we already know because they're built on video games. But what we don't know is that metaverses. Atari is an early mover in the virtual worlds and remain a very active participant, developer, and landowner across several metaverses. That is important. So look for Atari in Sandbox and the Atari Casino in Decentraland. With that said, I just want you guys to play with me here, to imagine with me. Imagine you have your VR headset and you built a roller coaster with Roller Coaster Tycoon on Decentraland's metaverse. And what you can do is now you can ride your own roller coaster. You don't have to pay fees. You don't have to stand in the rain in the line. So all of that is skipped and you can go as fast as you want and not die. Said that as a question because I don't know if this is going to be like the Matrix where, I don't know, you get shot in the Matrix and then you die in real life. That would be pretty bad. The last one I want to talk about is Revmon. So Revmon is an online RPG game with play to earn elements. So it's kind of like the combination of Axie Infinity and Pokemon Go to create a monster hunting game that is playable in a VR environment. So that's pretty cool. You kind of saw it in the name. Revmon, Pokemon, Digimon, you always have some sort of pet. But like Pokemon Go, you're going to be a Revmon trainer. And what you do is you hunt and tame the game's monsters. And you will interact with them via virtual reality and real life gestures. You can go on quests, compete, play in a PvP environment with tournament gameplay and unlock achievements. So with Revmon, it is very, very new. It was launched in April 2021 and the first alpha version was released in June of 2021. So a mobile and VR version is expected in Q1 of 2022. So that's a waits away. Not very long wait, but still a wait. But the thing that you got to know about Revmon is that there's not a lot of tokens. Like they only have 100 million tokens and they are built on the Binance Smart Chain. So like I said, I'm not kidding. Revmon has 100 million tokens, which is not a lot. So they're on BSC scan, Binance Smart Chain, because if you check on the Explorers, if you're ever wondering, just check on the Explorers and that'll tell you which chain they're on. And the price has been pretty moving. So they came in at like 170, they fell and they went back to a high. They broke and made an all-time high and now they're sitting at a pretty good price again. So it's something to look into right now. But again, that is not financial advice. Please do your own research. And you really only get them at PancakeSwap right now. So it doesn't look like they are on any, let's say, centralized exchanges. I have not used Gate.io. I believe Gate.io is a centralized exchange. So if you use Gate.io, then that's probably where you can get it. But still, you're still trading that for USDT, which means you have to convert your USD to USDT to trade that. So you could check here that on Revmon.io, the beta version is available. This is kind of how it looks like, I presume. So it looks pretty cool. Like you have a following Pikachu. If that was a Pikachu, if that was its first Pokemon game, then that's kind of what they're going for. It's pretty cool. I'm not going to read through this with you because you can go over to the site and read it yourself. But you can see that the pre-sale price was 11 cents. The launchpad sale price was 14 cents. So circulating supply is 25.9 million, total supply 100 million. So right now the price is not that bad, as I told you, 70 something cents. So here's the tokenomics. They are pretty good if I'd say so myself, because they have a lot that is just locked up for stake farming and marketing. So a lot of the tokens, like the team hasn't gotten a lot of tokens. 7.48 is not a lot, and a partnership 7.8 is not a lot. So I really like the allocation here. But anyways, what's cool is like this is exactly like Pokemon, because you have your fire type, which is Gorlit, and it evolves into Gorox. And that's like the Gorganko, which is really cool. I like it. And then they have the grass type Pokemon, or Revamon, and it evolves and it becomes something like really cool as well. And they have their stats here as well. And then they have their water type, which is, I don't know, like a Squirtle in our first generation of Pokemon, and it evolves as well. And you know, the design is super awesome. It actually looks like what Pokemon would design. So that's why I believe that there's just so much potential with this one. And you know, they also have their own legendaries, I would say. I think this is their form of Son Goku, or the Monkey King, and I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is representing. These are dragons or something, a wyvern and a dragon, or a phoenix. So yeah, this is pretty cool. I should definitely look into Revamon. I really like where they're going with this. But anyways, I'll be honest with you guys, I have not done the research that I would usually do with Revamon. I have not read the white paper yet. This was actually told to me, suggested to me by my mentors at IM Academy. So if you want to check them out, get these drops that I'm telling you about right now, then you can check out IM Academy on pinned comments below or description below, because that's where you can find out more, or you can even set up a meeting with me and I can tell you more about them myself. But otherwise, I just wanted to mention Revamon here so you guys can take advantage of it if you decide to take advantage of it. But remember, you have to do your own research, do your own due diligence, because cryptos are risky. We don't know which projects will bust. We don't know which projects will boom. So the only person who is responsible for that decision, for the gains and losses, is you. Personally, I believe that combining Axie Infinity, which was a hit, with Pokemon, which was an even bigger hit, is a great idea. I really think that something big is going to come out of this, but that's just my opinion. You have to formulate your own opinion with the research that you have done in order to come to a proper conclusion that you can act on. Other than that, that's all I got for you for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the token drops that I gave you today. Other than that, if you've enjoyed this video, then please consider smashing the like button, consider smashing the subscribe button. Check out these other videos on cryptocurrencies and passive income, and I'll see you next time. Peace.